I know it's other fish in the sea. Maybe I don't want a boat. I hate to bring sand to the beach, but maybe I want a glow. Cause your eyes match good vibes.
Ready?
Hi guys. Welcome back to episode 3. Episode Tress. Yes. Welcome back. Yes. Welcome back to your best and favorite new podcast, Ignore Education, with your co-host Daisy Dash
and Miss Annelytics. Woo!
Yeah. Episode 3. We on the road, guys. Can't wait to see you. Can't wait to hear back from you. I hope you guys enjoyed episode 2 for the Black Girl Constitution.
Yeah.
It was a good episode.
That one was
a lot
good.
Of feedback, and a lot of y'all loved that episode. So I can't wait to see how that goes. So, as you know, we checking back in for the week. So, Miss Annelytics, how are we doing this week?
I'm doing good. It ended off really great, actually. I guess by the time this is out, like my current company already knows I'm leaving. So yeah, so I got a new job offer, which is very exciting. It's an increase in money, thank God, because we're trying to build generational wealth. And if your current job if they're not giving you the raises that you deserve, you look for the jobs that will. So that's what I did. And I'm super excited because it was like the process in me getting this position was a little kind of weird. I wasn't actually looking for any positions yet because I said I wanted to wait until God directed me into actually searching for it. But a recruiter reached out to me and I just wanted to find out more about what she was talking about, and all of this like panned out. So it's really good. It's really exciting. And it was a bit of a relief because I actually put in my resignation. Ooh, anyone who's from our job will see this, but I actually put in my resignation. Oh, well. It's whatever. I put in my resignation before actually getting the official offer, like after the background check. And I know I'm not a criminal, but still the waiting process is a little bit, anxiety inducing, because it's like you're not in control of that process. Like you've done all you can in your interview, you got the offer, but you don't know. I don't know what I thought was gonna come up, but I put in my resignation before getting the offer. So getting the offer yesterday actually was like, whoo, I could kind of take a deep breath.
Stepping out on faith. Step out on that faces.
Hey, what was my word for this year? Faith over fear. So I had to do it.
Faith over fear. I know that's right.
That's it. But that's it for me. What about you?
That's a good week. Okay. New job, new money. Let's see.
More money.
More money. I'm super excited for you. Congratulations. I'm gonna miss you, but things are gonna happen. So things are gonna happen.
Yeah, that's it. We got our own path set out in front of us, and thankfully we'll still be connected, of course, in general, but also through this podcast, always just connecting back.
Yeah. I can't wait to see our growth over the next couple episodes. I'm super excited. Ooh. Yeah. But for me, my week has been, I feel like our weeks be on the same vibe. Because I had a good week. I think I said this in the first episode that I'm from PG County, Maryland. So I took a trip there this past week. I stayed longer than I initially planned, but I needed that, like the relief that I got from just being in the city, eating the food that I love, and just seeing some friends. I had a great time seeing my friends from back home, because all of us are getting old, and it's hilarious to see all of my friends are grown, paying bills, we all here struggling with just trying to find ourselves, because mid-20s, early 20s, it gives you like this false expectation that you need to have everything together, especially coming from a larger city. Everybody's moving, everybody's shaking. So everybody's in this rat race, and us just all trying to figure it out is just hilarious to me. Not feeling it is hilarious, but just to see us where we started in high school and middle school to see where we are now. We're old, guys. I'm not old. Y'all old.
We're not old,
but
we have a quarter of our life is over.
Yeah, we're seasoned. So it was just super relaxing to be around family and having those vibes, Sunday dinner, being with friends. It was just chef's kiss, perfect. I just can't wait to move back. I can't wait to be around the good vibes. Being in Pittsburgh, I've been super isolated. So it was just good. It was great. Shout out to everyone that showed me love. Like, yeah, so that was a good week. It was a good week. Clap for this.
Good week. Oh man.
A good week.
I love that for you because you deserved it. I feel like
thank you.
Yeah. It's been very stressful in our current positions. So like taking the time to be like, I don't care what happens on this job for now because this is not what feeds me. This is not what feeds my soul. So like, let me take a break and refill. So I love that that's what you did this week. And you took time. And when you felt like you weren't rested enough, you took more time because you have it.
Yeah.
That's why it's there.
Every day I was like, this is just it's not giving. I need some more time. And it's hilarious because the only thing I kept hearing is the people, they don't need you. Like, so if they don't need you, you don't need them. Like, you don't need the stress. Take your time before you just fall off the cliff. So yeah, thank you so much. This week was just super needed, and I'm super, super, super happy. Better spirits, as you can see, because the past couple of weeks I was like, Lord Jesus, hold me, please.
You and me both, man. We were just like in that space. We needed something good for this week. Oh man.
Yes. And he came one time. So thank you.
Oh man.
So I hope you guys out there were having a great week as well. Or good week is coming to bless you soon. So definitely, if anybody out there that's going through or you don't see a light at the end of your tunnel, it's coming. Pray up, stay down, and it's on its way. Don't even stress about it. It's coming. So,
and sometimes this is a whole nother episode, but sometimes it's like, sometimes you just got to say no. And the reason you may be overwhelmed is because you said yes to so many things. And that's what I had to learn in this last week. So like, start saying no. Take time for yourself. The world won't fall apart if you decide to take a nap or take a vacation or take a break.
Take that nap.
Please.
I love naps.
I love a good nap, man.
They're better than your night sleep. I don't know why a nap midday is so much better than the supposedly 8 hours that you're supposed to get at night.
It doesn't make sense to me. I'm like, this 30-minute power nap just like fed me for the whole day.
Rejuvenate. Like, I'm just
ready. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's so good. Okay, moving into our next section here. We do have kind of a section that we came up with called Melody Mentioned. So this will be all of our songs that we're listening to for the week, or songs that relate to the topic that we're speaking about for the current episode. So that's what this particular section is about. We actually chose some songs, love songs, one that is a toxic love song and one that is like the pinnacle love song to us. So in honor of our episode for this week, which you'll hear the main topic as we get into it, Daisy Dash, what's your toxic love song? I want to hear it.
Ooh, my toxic love song. So my toxic love song and my love song are by the same person.
Oh,
okay. These are two songs that I was singing in elementary school that I should not probably have been singing, but they fed my old soul in some type of way that I wasn't understanding, but now I do. how I fell on these songs, because they fell way, way back into the memory bank. I was surfing on Instagram and my girl Carrie Hilson said, let us know that JT, Justin Timberlake, if you don't know the song Slow Dance, he wrote it.
Really?
I did not know that. He wrote, Justin Timberlake wrote Slow Dance. That song.
Okay.
So if you don't know, that whole album is blessed, right? So on that album, there's a song called Tell Him the Truth. That is my song. So that is my toxic love song, Tell Him the Truth by Carrie Hilson. I used to sing my little heart out to this song all the time. When I was driving back from PG, I sung this song on repeat for like 5
Not you, 12-year-old Daisy Dash, singing this song.
Look, like it was just everything for me. And I remember my mom, if she first started playing it in her Impala and like picking me up from school and everything, she was like, why do you sing this with so much heart? Like,
you done been here before.
It, right? But this is my song. It still is my song. And it's hilarious how you don't hear a song for so long, but soon as you put it back, all the words come back. All the words, you know it. I just start reciting the song as if I've been listening to it every day for the past month. So that's number 1 for my toxic love song.
Ooh.
Number 2 for my love song is again by Carrie Hilson on the same album. It's called Make Love. Really, I was tied between Slow Dance and this song Make Love because they're both so great, but this Make Love song is the most sultry. This Slow Dance is really good, but Make Love was like super vibes, like really love song. So shout out to Carrie Hilson. Sis, I don't know where you've been. I hate that you were blackballed, but please make some more music, like Tell Them the Truth and Make Love, because it's a young girl out here named Daisy Dash that is missing you so much and want her childhood back. So please.
The 12-year-old Daisy Dash needs you.
She needs you. I now understand the songs and they're so applicable to what I'm going through now. And it's like, Mom, I understand what you were saying. I didn't understand then. I understand now. So I need more music, Carrie. Carrie, come back, please.
Carrie,
we need you.
We need you.
But those are my songs. So what are your songs?
I love it. Okay, so I'll start with my toxic. So it's interesting because it's the way it's toxic. So it's I'll Make Love to You, Boyz II Men.
Thank you. Oh my God, I love that song. Let's just say Boyz II Men was toxic all they like them boy groups, mid groups.
It's the harmonies that got me. It's the harmonies, the 4-part, 3-part harmony. You know me as a choir baby. Those boy bands are always gonna get me. And girl groups.
Them and Jagged Edge is like they had the grip on the 90s and they were toxic. They were toxic. We just gonna say it. They was toxic.
They was toxic.
Yeah, I love that song.
Yeah, it's a good song. But I feel like it gave unrealistic expectations for sex. It's like all through the night. I kind of want to sleep though.
You're lying.
You're lying. And that's actually not what I want. I just want like, it don't gotta be all through the night. I want to sleep. I want to be rejuvenated for the next day.
I need a nap. Yeah, I need a nap.
Hello, we just talked about how rest.
Exactly.
You get it right,
you don't need all night.
You don't need all night. That's it.
Yeah.
Ooh, so yeah.
Yeah.
And then my love song, I wanted to pay homage to like the young love or just discovering love. So all the butterflies that, act up in the stomach. So this is really good up and coming artist called named Jerome Thomas. He's really good. Look him up. But his song Lovesick is so good. Just sonically, the music production, it's so good. And the words, it's so good. That whole EP album, I think it's an EP. It's so good. It's so good. It goes through all the emotions of like finding the love and going through all the phases and finding the one. It's all good. But that particular song just talks about all the butterflies and like feeling kind of sick when you're around the person that like you're crushing on. It's like,
the feels.
It's like the loss for words. Like it's on the tip of your tongue, but you can't get it out.
You can say it.
It's such a good song, man. Even just talking about it, I'm like, in it. So
the feels,
all the feels, man, all the feels. So yeah, that's my love song. Just a little paying tribute to the beginning stages of it. Yeah,
the beginning stage is always the best stage.
You think so?
I don't understand. Yeah, I love the beginning stage. I'm for the beginning stage. All the extra stuff, I don't. But the beginning stage is like, oh, everything about you just makes me jittery, butterflies, everything. I love being lovesick. I love the honeymoon stage. It's just because you're learning this person.
Yeah.
And it sucks because your vision of this person is kind of foggy and you are overlooking some red flags sometimes because you're just so infatuated with this person and they're just so beautiful to you. But I love that feel. Like I love the first falling in love experience because I think I'm my best self when I'm falling in love, to me.
Tell me
because
more.
I'm more vulnerable. I'm gonna try to make this fast.
It's a podcast, so we can go talk through it.
Yeah, we got time.
We got time.
For me, dating initially, like when a guy courts you at the beginning, I feel like I'm more feminine in the first stages of dating, like that lovesick. I'm more like, ooh, let's go on dates, buy me flowers, I want to wear dresses, I want to get cute, I want to go, I just want to be loved, I want to be cuddled, I want to be kissed, like, oh, I want to sniff you, like that stuff. The scent, I swear, the scent of your partner when you first start dating is such the sweetest smell you'll ever smell. And then once you've been together for a while, the scent changes. It's just like,
you change your clothes or something? Or is it just like, your face I don't like anymore?
The same smell that I was smelling a couple of months ago, brother. Like, what's going on here? I remember a guy that I was dating when we first started dating. I promise you, Miss Annelytics, he smelled like French toast. I love French toast.
He's all sweet and syrupy.
Syrupy, cinnamon. You know how men have like that musk smell, like that cinnamony smell, like that earthy smell. And it was that, and like this, it was like a hint of sweet, like French toast. And it was just so, I loved it. I loved sniffing him. But as we progressed, this French toast faded. Like I was just, where did it go?
It's still there. You just started to get to know him, and it's like, that scent's not covering it anymore. The
syrup is not hiding your bull poop on the floor now.
It's seeping through your pores.
It's seeping through. I can smell the true you now. So yeah, I think initially when you're in that honeymoon phase, everyone smells sweeter, and if they don't smell sweet, then leave them alone because they're already trash.
They already don't care about their hygiene.
Yeah. Ladies, let us know. Is that true? Like, do you think so? Or is it just me?
I think it's just you, because I'm the opposite. I don't like the beginning phases. I like it in the fact that, like, yeah, we're getting to know each other, but that constant like butterflies in the stomach, being vulnerable is something I'm working on. So I really get uncomfortable in those stages and want to like lock down and be like, I don't want to show you all the emotions that I have. So which is why we'll talk about it a little later, but I really want to build a friendship so that I'm already really comfortable and open with you before we like start officially dating. So we could just jump all the like the cute getting flowers and whatever. That's cool. But like, let's get into the deep conversations because that's where I thrive. So the like vulnerability and like showing emotion and showing that I like you, I'm still working on. I can be honest, I've turned many a guy away because I just didn't show that I like them. It's a problem. I'm working on it.
It's not. Some people don't need vulnerability straight off the gate.
That's because
true. Like I said, I'm vulnerable, and we'll talk about this a little later, but it's a give and take depending on the person. I'm not just out here pouring my heart out to everyone, but if we at the beginning, if I really like you, I'm like, oh, I really like you.
Ooh,
I want to be with you all the time.
Got a little tight.
Yeah. And I'll be super vocal about that. And I'm the opposite. I'll lay everything out there. I'll tell you what I want. I'll tell you how to love me. I'll tell you this. I'll give you all the keys to success. But it's when you don't use those keys to be successful. When I start shutting down, it's like, what is this?
I gave you the keys to unlock the doors. You didn't take it.
You didn't even use it. What are you doing, sir? So that's when I'm like, shut down. You may now exit stage left because you don't even have common sense to use the keys I gave you to unlock this door to be successful. So I'm gonna give me my keys back so I can leave. So I'm the opposite. I give you everything up front and then I'm like, give me all my stuff back.
Give me all of it. Even the teddy bear. I want the sock.
Yeah.
Give me the lash.
Give me it all.
Give me the bobby.
I need a bonnet back. I need the bobby pins. I need the clip-ins that I left. Everything. Oh,
I need those.
Combs. Yeah. Give me everything.
Everything. Wrap it up.
Wrap it up. So this is a great segue into our next segment. I sent this to you, Miss Annelytics, a couple days back or a week or two back. And I posted this on Instagram where there's a podcast out there with some gentlemen. Ladies, you know about these men and their podcasts.
Oh, man.
Eye roll. You got to do the eye roll.
Lord, help him, Lord.
Help him, Jesus. So this new segment that will shift in and out for you guys is called Gram Talk. So everyone's talking on Instagram. Everyone has something to say. And like us, they have a podcast. So this young man stated, I'll pause here and let you hear what he stated because I'm not even going to try to tell you what he said. So Miss Annelytics, play it for him.
I got a good job. I make very, very good money. And she says, the only thing I need now is a man. It's like, yo, it's like, who wants you? Who wants you? You right. Like, once you have achieved these things, you have unfortunately disqualified yourself.
Ooh, and shit.
And what it is these, and this is the thing. I'm not blaming
the women are gonna hate him for that shit. They are gonna hate him for that. I can't wait to put this shit out.
Okay, so we're back. You heard what he said. Ladies, go ahead and suck your teeth. Roll your eyes, stump your feet, flip that hair, walk out the room, shut the door, do what you gotta do, okay? Because why does me being successful eliminate me from a good man? Air quotes.
Yeah.
Good man.
Yeah.
In my head, a good man doesn't care how successful his wife is. A good man wants his wife to be fulfilled in all the endeavors that she goes out to conquer.
Come on.
Okay. So, I'm a whole mess. Miss Annelytics, tell me how you felt about this. Please.
So, as y'all know, my name is Miss Annelytics for a reason. I always try to see all sides of a situation because for the most part, when someone's speaking and stating their opinion or stating something as their truth, it comes with a whole lot of experiences and trauma. Like, it's everything wrapped into it. So I was like, to look at the flip side of the situation, I'm just offering it for conversation. I I do understand the fact that some women who are overly independent, so independent to the fact that you say you do want a relationship, but you don't make room for it. I think those women aren't open enough to receive a relationship. I don't think it disqualifies them. I think that's a poor choice of words, which is where I thought he was gonna go. I was like, okay, I could see if you go down this road of like being super overly independent, where you say you want a man, but your life doesn't reflect, making yourself at least available to interact with someone and show that you may need help in some places, because we all need help. So like the overly independent person, and this is on women and men, so I don't think it's a gender thing at all. You have to make room for the relationship because you have to invest that time to build that intimacy. I don't believe just independence disqualifies you from a relationship, because you should have your own thing going on. You shouldn't have to be reliant on another person, in the sense of like,
if you don't want to,
and of course those relationships, like, you have your agreements within your relationship, but like, I think you should be able to sustain yourself as a single person before getting into a relationship, whether that's emotionally, financially, physically. Like, you should be able to feed your body, feed your soul, feed your mind. Like, all of those things go into making you who you are before you enter into a relationship. So I knew the place where he was coming from. I'm like, I don't agree with that, but I could see the flip of the situation. I'm always gonna offer a flip. But tell me how you feel. I know you're like, I'm glad I let you go first.
I'm usually devil's advocate, okay? And I try to see all perspectives. There was no other perspective for me. I was trying to grasp for it, but I couldn't get it. Maybe I just didn't want to, because that's also a thing, ladies. Some things people, everyone, if we don't want to hear it, we don't want to hear it, or we just don't want to understand it.
That's it.
And I probably just didn't want to understand it, and I still don't. Because I am an independent person. I am an independent woman. I was raised by independent women. No, all of them weren't single, but they were still independent, and they still are independent.
Yeah.
And they married some great men that not even allowed them to be independent, was comfortable around them, their independence.
That's it.
Yes, it takes a strong man to be with a strong woman. Yes.
Agreed.
So for you to tell me, because I feel like you were talking to me, that I was no longer qualified,
that word,
or I was taken out of the running of being with you or being with a good man because I'm independent, or I make 6 figures and I pay all my bills and I pay for my hair, my nails, and so. How does me taking care of myself and not depending on you break you down as a man? How does my confidence and my stature and my space disrupt you in any way? Why does it shake your ego? So I've always said it, and this will segue very well into our next our topic, for our big topic. But I have to have a strong mentally, because that's where everyone thinks strong is like a physical attribute. No, I need you strong mentally and secure in yourself, because I'm very secure in myself, and I know I'm gonna go get her. I'm gonna get what I want. No matter if my man's a billionaire, I could be married to Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos, call me.
Not call me.
Call me. But even though my husband Jeff Bezos is a billionaire, I'm gonna create me $1 billion company too.
Come on, so we could be billionaires together.
I want to be a billion. You can still pay for everything. You can still use your $1 billion to pay for the house, pay for bills, pay for the kids, pay for everything. But mama gonna have me gonna have my own, and that should not shake you in any way. So, as a standard for men out there, if you heard this podcast and you agreed to it, or you heard this segment and you was like, "Hoorah!" Go somewhere.
And I feel like these are the first. I really have to hear the whole context of the conversation. So of course we're coming at this from the clip, but like, I feel like these are the same people and same men who would be like, I don't want a gold digger though. The type of woman that you're talking about who isn't independent is looking for a man specifically to fund them and fund their life. So she's looking for the man who's making more money and has the nice job and, you know, all those things, because they want
to take care of her. Right.
Yeah.
You want a woman to be dependent upon you, but you want a woman to be not too independent. So it's like, you want her to depend on you, but you don't want her to depend on you too much, but she can't have too much of her own either. Do you hate women?
It just sounds like a whole lot of insecurity. It's like, oh, you got to work on yourself, brother man.
Woo, yeah, that's
work on yourself.
But then it's like some women out there, it's like, okay, I'm okay. It's okay, ladies, if you want your man to take care of you. That's it. That's what you want. Everyone has their preference. Everyone has their standards. So I get it, but don't try to badmouth independent women.
That's it. It's like you can want something without bashing the people who don't fall into that group. And I feel like every time we talk about preferences and standards, because some of these standards are not standards, they're preferences. When it comes to dating or when it comes to, you know, finding a partner, there always has to be, especially sad to say, for men. But anytime they talk about preferences, they want to bash a group that doesn't fall into whatever preference that they talk about. Yeah. So it's like you can like what you like, but you don't have to disregard everyone who doesn't fall into that just because you don't like them. You're not the only person in the world. It's like, come on, can we be kind?
When Black men be like, be honest, well, I don't date Black women because they're confrontational. We don't care that you don't date Black women. You could have clearly just said, oh, I prefer not to date Black women. It kept it moving. Not because they're confrontational. All Black women aren't confrontational. And for me, as an advocate of the Black women community, we're not confrontational until you make us confrontational. Okay? We just not out here starting stuff. Y'all come mess with us.
Yeah, that's a whole other conversation that's going to take us right over the deep end. But
I'm not even gonna start that today.
But like, as we start talking about like preferences and standards, what are some of your standards for dating as a young Black woman in 2022?
I have too many standards.
Can you really have too many?
No. No, I want what I want, and I when I want it. So no,
standards, not preferences.
Standards, not preferences. I'm gonna mix them up because I get my standards a little mixed up. Because my standards are I prefer it, and it's a standard.
Okay.
A okay, I'm gonna say standards. I'm just say both because I'm like, do I just want to go with my standards? Because all of these here are lines in the sand. These aren't things I'm looking to negotiate on. These are my standards, and this is what I prefer. This is what I want.
Got it.
My non-negotiables. These are my standards. I think we were talking about this the other day. One of my standards is the guy that I'm dating or the guy that will be my future husband, because I'm no longer dating just to date, right? He has to be handy.
Yeah, so we were talking about this. This is a preference.
It is?
Keep talking. Explain it. Go ahead.
I think this is a standard. Like, you have to be able to you have to have a toolbox.
Okay.
When we get together and I go snooping, if you don't have no toolbox in your house, you're not the man for me. This is standard. Like, you gotta be able to mount the TV. You gotta be able to fix the stuff when it break in the house because you want me to do it. Yes, I know I said I'm independent, and I am, and I can fix it myself. However, I don't want to fix it. I don't want to take the trash out. I don't want to build our kids a playground set. I'll help you do that because I like building. I like putting things together. But I want you to take charge and be like, hit that hammer really hard, or you need this Phillips screwdriver. Like, I want to be able to call my husband like, babe, I'm at Home Depot. What I need? And he tells me. Not tell me, go talk to a clerk down at the receptionist desk.
Like, no. What I got you for this?
What I got you for? So that's one of my standards. My man has to be handy and has to know his way around a toolbox. So that's one of my standards.
Okay, so here's the thing. I have questions.
Yeah.
So what if you don't find the toolbox, right? What if you don't find the toolbox in the man's house? But like, he's willing to, help out around the house, like put up some blinds, or put up a IKEA, desk. Like, is that considered handy to you?
It's considered handy, but what are we putting these things up with if you don't have a toolbox?
I mean, he's gonna buy the things, but he'll work on his handiness.
Just develop handiness.
I love that this is so strong for you.
This is because all the men in my family and my life are handy. Like, they're either electricians, they were in the military, they know how to fix cars. Yes, I get cars. If cars weren't so electrical nowadays, if you didn't know how to fix a car, that'd probably be on my standard list too. But now cars are electrical. You got to be a whole daggone neuroscientist to build one. So that's no longer standard. But yeah, you got to have a toolbox. Okay. Because I got a toolbox.
So do I. So yeah.
Right. So if you don't have a toolbox, who's putting up your blinds? When I buy something from IKEA, who's going to put that up? I'm not calling a helper.
Task Rabbit. Not a sponsor.
I'm not a sponsor. I like decorating. Shout out to Days Rose coming soon. I'm about to start a whole decor business. Who's gonna help me start building my stuff? Like prototypes. I need you to be handy, baby. Like, yeah, that's a standard for me. Yeah.
And that makes sense because you grew up around men who were the electricians and, building cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not as important for me. I don't know. I'm like, let's hire someone. It's okay. We'll have the money for it.
Yeah. See, we don't have the money, but I just be like, I would want my husband, Jeff Bezos, to build something for me. Like, babe, go down to the Amazon warehouse, get us a new desk, and let's come home and build it together. That's what I want. Like, I want my billionaire husband to be building with me. I want my kids to be handy. I feel like that's a trait because I'm handy as a woman. Yeah. So yeah, that's the standard for me. So that's one of my standards. I'm gonna hurry up and get through my standards so we can shift to you.
Oh, here we go. Is this a preference or a standard?
It's a little bit of a
okay.
It's a little bit of
I
a-
knew it was coming.
No.
No, speak your truth.
So a standard is you have to have a great sense of humor.
Okay.
For me.
Yeah.
So I don't really think that's a preference. I think it's a standard because when I say sense of humor, you got to be able to watch. You have to already watch the Kings of Comedy, the old Martin Lawrence, the Def Jams. Like,
oh, you go.
I'm a comedy girl. Mm-hmm. Like, that's how I was raised. And I still watch it. Whenever Netflix has a new comedy special, I'm on it. If it suck, it suck. I'm not going to watch it. But Black comedy, old 90s Black comedy, if that puts your panties in a bunch, you're not for me.
Oh, if you're too sensitive. Yeah, because the comedy back then was a little bit different compared to like what's
very
current.
vulgar. Yeah,
so
they didn't
good.
care about your feelings. No. My favorite comedian till this day, God rest his soul, is Bernie Mac. If Bernie Mac offends you, please exit stage left. So you gotta have a sense of humor, a real sense of humor, not this fake new society sense of humor. It's funny. It's like, come on. So you gotta be handy, you gotta have a great sense of humor. You have to be adventurous. And when I say adventurous, I mean you have to be able to want to travel. I get a lot of people don't like to travel for some reason. Everyone has their things, but I'm a traveler. I want to travel. I want to see the world. And you have to be a person that's willing to travel. And I don't say fake traveling when you go to a resort and sit there all day and don't try the new foods, the culture. That's not traveling. That's sitting in the house. You could have did a hotel down the block and got the same experience. I mean, yeah, I want you to travel, go out the resort, get immersed in the culture, eat the food, have a great time, get the vibes. So adventurous, a foodie, it's not a standard.
You prefer it.
I prefer, it's a preference. I would prefer you to be a foodie. Or at least a person that's willing to try everything at least once. Because I was just having a conversation with my other friends where they were like, oh, one of my friends just went to Hawaii. And she was saying how everyone was eating the food that you could eat in Baltimore because she's from Baltimore. That you can eat in Baltimore. Why are we eating McDonald's, Wendy's, and all this when we're on vacation? And I was like, no, I want to be a person like bring me the shark fin from the back, grill it up, give me some of that Hawaiian sauce or whatever y'all got down here, and let me taste it.
Yeah. So
at least be able to try it once. If I didn't like it, at least I can say, oh, I ate some shark in Hawaii. Right. So that type of adventure. And my number one standard is you have to be ambitious. You have to be ambitious.
Yeah.
Because I'm like super, super ambitious. I want to do everything. I want to accomplish everything.
Yeah.
You don't have to be on the same level to me because I wake up in the middle of the night like, oh, I want to do this. I'm going to do this. Or I see this. I want to do this. I want to take this over. I want to create this as my own. I want to have my name attached to this. But at least have that a similar type of hunger. Like the hunger has to be there. I don't like being content. We've had this discussion before. Me being stagnant is one of my worst fears. I don't like sitting in the same spot. If I'm not moving, there's a problem. If I'm not building towards generational wealth, happiness, peace, then I'm not being fulfilled. So I want that my person, number one, first standard always will be there is to be ambitious. You gotta want more for yourself and not for just you, kids, all that. So yeah. Those are my standards. Maybe some preferences.
Were sprinkled in. That's a quality list.
Yeah. Quality list. What about you? What are some of your top standards or preferences?
Okay, my list is in front of me, but I'm gonna do it top of dome. Okay, so I'll say my number one for last, since that's what you did. So you definitely have. Okay, so I think standards. attack a person's character. So mine are going to be standards, and then I'll probably sprinkle in some preferences in there. So I definitely need someone who's trustworthy. Like,
Ooh.
come on. Yeah. Of course. So someone who's trustworthy / loyal, because why are we in a relationship if we're not going to, be loyal to each other? Like, what's the point? Like, I expect my friends to be loyal. I expect my family to be loyal. I expect you to be loyal.
Yeah.
Like, that's the basic.
See, I didn't include those because I'm like, those
are
must.
Clear. Yeah.
Clear. If that, so if you're not loyal, baby, keep moving. What's the point? Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the point?
I always say I need someone who makes me feel safe. And I think that goes into like being a trustworthy and honest and loyal person, but also someone who can, like, how can I describe this? I think that's what we all need in a relationship, but someone who can like hold the broken pieces that I may have in me. So like the part, because we're still imperfect people. So if you make me feel comfortable being vulnerable, because that's something I do struggle with, it's like, I need to feel safe to have those deeper conversations with you. I need to know that I can rely on you when I need you, and things like that. Like, I feel like these should be on people's list, no matter who you are.
They should be. Oh, so quick question.
Yeah.
When you say safe, are you saying safe mentally and physically, or just mentally safe?
It's all of it. So I define safety as all aspects of me. So my mental self, my spiritual self, my emotional self, my physical self. Oh, no one's laying their hands on me. That's just like done.
No, so no, we're not. Keep your hands to yourself.
Your hands to yourself, and I will do the same. Okay.
Yeah. Ladies, keep your hands to yourself. Men, keep your hands to yourself. So when I was saying safe, because safety is one of our standards, but when I say safety, of course, mentally, I have to be vulnerable with you. So that's my mental safe space. But I also say safety, meaning if anything pop off.
I got you. I gotta feel protected. Yeah,
I gotta feel that protection. So that's where I'm going with safety. So if I feel like if anything pop off or a man disrespects me and I don't feel like you would step up for me, or you would just be like scurry off, then no, we can't even. What?
Oh no, he got to go. What? Scurry off or put me in front of him? No, what are we doing? No. Yes. Oh, physically. Yes. Yeah. It's like, no, you're a defender for me. I appreciate that. Like, I feel like that's top for women, especially. It's like, I want to feel safe. So let's see. I'll add a preference in there. But it's actually kind of a standard for me. So like your handy is a standard. You have to be a lover of music. Especially kind of the soulful music that I enjoy. I have a broad interest of music. I love a little indie rock every so often, like gospel, jazz, like all of it. But particularly because I have a gospel background, those soulful songs always get me. So like, you gotta love some singers and instrumentalists, like, because that's such a part of who I am and how I de-stress and like how I connect with the world and with others' emotions. It's like, we got to have conversations about music. So yeah, you got to be a music lover. You don't have to be a musician, but that would be nice. You don't have to be a singer. You don't have to be a singer, musician. You don't have to be one of those.
The preferred qualifications are.
And I'm not even talking about like the career musician or a singer, like a person who actually sings or plays an instrument even on the side as a hobby. But like, you got to be a lover of music, because that's how we'll connect to. For people I've connected with in the past, it's like sharing music is like part of my love language, I guess. It's like, here's a little part of my soul that I want you to understand, because I love these artists who like sing to my soul. So yeah. And then
I get that.
Yeah. And then sense of humor too was also on my list. It's like, I can be a somewhat serious person sometimes, so I need someone who's gonna like get me out of it. I think I have a broad range of sense of humor too. I love physical comedy. I love a little kind of I don't know, jabbing, you know, like just a little bit, I know you love it. You love it.
I love it.
Someone who doesn't take themselves too seriously when it comes to their sense of humor. Yeah. So like that type of sense of humor. And then my number one non-negotiable at this point is someone who's actually a Christian, not just says they are, but like someone who loves Jesus. Because I need you to be committed to someone higher than me so that I know this relationship will last. Because that's how I would want to guide my life. If I understand that you follow him, then I understand our values more than likely align. Your vision for life more than likely aligns in a broad sense. So that's like a non-negotiable for me at this point.
Definitely. That's a non-negotiable, and that's one of the ones where I don't have to say it, and I'm not going to say it. If you come off the bat and be like, oh, I don't go to church, or I don't believe in grace, bye. Yes, I understand. As Christians, we're supposed to help bring the community to Christ.
That won't be my ministry. Not in my marriage.
That won't be my ministry. Not in my no.
Yeah. No. And some people have the grace for it. But
no.
Not me.
I want my husband to be like, I prayed for her.
That's what I want to be. I want to be the answer to somebody's prayers. Oh, that's so beautiful.
I pray for you, baby. Oh, you tell me that love me.
All right. Any guy who tries to come into the DMs, don't try that. Okay.
Please don't slide in my DMs and be like, you pray for me. I'm like, you are a liar. Because I already talked to God and he said you was not.
You are not the one. Okay.
But the man upstairs did not send you. The man from downstairs did. Okay.
Trying to distract me from my husband. Excuse me.
Ladies, please don't let your boyfriend stand in the way of your future husband.
I love when you say that because it's so true. It's so real. If you know, you know. If you understand it, you understand it, man.
And if anybody take offense to it, it wasn't for you then. Sweetie, keep moving, because my boyfriend will not stand in the way of my husband. Me and this man will have a bond between Christ, okay?
Okay.
Me and you just playing around. Play. If you loved me for real, you would already put a ring on it, and we would have had Christ between us. So no. But that's hilarious because that's going to go into our next topic. Yeah. So what does dating even look like in 2022 for you? Because we have our standards, we have our non-negotiables, and we have this man in our head that it's like, this is the man I want to be with. So when you're dating or you have prospects, how does that go? Or what are those like steps you have to take when you're dating?
So I've been out the game. So this is how I would assume I would approach it. So yeah, background for me. How much do I want to give away? Transparency. But
transparent you want to be.
At least for 2022, being in a relationship isn't a goal for me at this point in time. Like I'm really trying to get all my things in place, like start this business, travel and do all the things that I want to do, especially being locked up in the house for the past 2 years. Like you want to travel. Yeah. At least I do. And kind of the trajectory I'm on right now, it's like making sure I'm whole before I introduce somebody in. But if along the journey, he just comes up, because, I can't control when he comes.
You can't.
Going back to what I said earlier, For me, it really is establishing the friendship first. So if I am first attracted to you, because let's not deny I got to be attracted to you first, and there's that kind of mutual interest. I do well, even before there's a mutual interest, if I'm attracted to you, I want to kind of observe you in your life. So I don't want to say it's stalking in any way, but I just want to see like how you live your life. So I would look up, like, more than likely we're gonna meet in person. I'm not an online dater. It is what it is. I don't do dating apps. So I would prefer to find you in the activities of life that I do. So I would observe you in those activities. How do you interact with people? How do you interact with your friends? How do you interact with women? How do you interact, on social media?
I gotta get this out really quick.
Okay, go.
How a man, oh my gosh, how a man talks about other women around me or in my presence speaks so much to me that I will literally leave you where you are. If you use the B word, we're referencing women just too often for me. If you're just continuously speaking down on women, no. And don't tell me, well, I'm talking about them, I'm not talking about you. No. As one of the founders of the Black Girl Constitution, I must uphold the love of my fellow women. So why do you think I'm going to be okay with you talking down on us?
Yeah.
Because I say us, not them, us.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't know why people can't get that they can dislike something about someone without putting them down completely. Like, they're still human. They still have a whole history that you don't know what led them to do what they do. Doesn't justify what they did. If it hurt you, it hurt you. But like, we need more grace. I think it just comes back to that. It's like, we need more kindness. We need more grace when we talk about people who've hurt us or not. Like, come on.
That's also a thing. If you're bashing your ex too much for me,
I'm looking at you,
baby, sideways, go heal, move on. Why are we talking about a person from the past in our current situation? What do you want me to bash her to? I don't know her. For all I know, you were the problem.
Right. And if you're
I'm out here bashing a fellow woman for no reason.
Exactly. And if you're not speaking about things you could have improved on in the relationship, I already know it's one-sided. So that's that. It's like, I could see it's like, if you're able to offer grace to someone, then, and that's understanding like where they're coming from, maybe not agreeing with it, but just like taking the time to figure out like why they did what they did. That's what grace kind of looks like to me. In conversation.
And also understanding how you played a part in it as well.
Yeah. So like, if you're not doing that, I can tell you're not over the person, because they still got some part of your heart that
still
love just turned into hate. Thin line between love and hate. Martin Lawrence showed us.
Good movie.
Good one. But yeah,
people really out here doing that too. So be careful, people.
Careful, man. Jesus. Careful. Yeah. Yes. Which is why I need to observe a person, because people be crazy out here. Then I'll probably talk to, once again, we'll be in groups together.
Yeah.
So like, how I'm imagining it will go, we'll probably have mutual connections. Even if it is like online, like via Instagram or one of those things, we'll probably have mutual friends. So I'll probably ask around about you so I can get an understanding of your character. Not just what I view.
So question.
Yeah.
Because I don't tend to like what other people like feel about you. Because I always, especially for me, everyone that meets me has their own perspective of me.
Right.
So I know everyone that meets him has a different perspective of him. So what his ex may went through with him is completely different from how I view him, or how he's with his friends may be a 360, 180 of how he is with me. And who he is to his mom may be different from me. So that's why I don't like really getting too much advice about a person from other people. But I do understand that sometimes it is just to get a little bit from everyone, just to see, okay, if you are always the problem in the situation, 9 times out of 10, you are the problem.
You are the problem. Yeah.
You are the drama, darling. You are the drama.
The drama. Yeah. So, I get that. I get that. But it's gonna be the people I ask. So I'm gonna ask your closest friend, or like the closest groups around you, not the ex, because they lie. That's a different friend. True, but then I'm gonna. Lying. It's true. Which is why I need to gather all the data. Which is why I need to. Hello, back to analytics. So I need to observe. I need to gather data of the people, and then I'll observe the interactions that we have. But I say all that to say, like, I need to observe you, collect data first. And then I'll probably intensify. That sounds like a dramatic word, but I'll probably increase the amount of conversations we have with each other so that we can build like some type of friendship first, which is what I was speaking about before. And if there's mutual interest, I would express like, I want to get to know you on a human level before I get to know you in a romantic level. Because I think romance blocks the humanity of people sometimes. So that's the ideal situation. I also believe, like, for me, I want a man to pursue me. So that's where I am, and I know that's a controversial thing to say, but you know, what works for you works for you.
I don't understand how that's controversial because
hey,
lady, stop pursuing him.
I was like,
you are the prize, darling. You are the prize.
And he is too. It's just like,
he is too.
I just want to express interest. And that does not mean that, ladies, you don't show interest. I just think like there's a mutual attraction, and then, you know, the male pursues. So that's just me. That's kind of what dating looks like for me. It's living life, finding him, doing some research on him, becoming friends, and then moving to that next level of like friendship.
Miss Annelytics is going to do a whole background check on you, sir.
I would want. Okay. And here's another thing, because I don't casual date. So if I'm dating looking forward to like finding a possible partner for life. So that's just the stage of life I'm in. If I want to casually date, we could just be friends. If you want to, like, that's just where I am. My time's too invested in other parts of life for me to just casually date at this point. Doesn't mean I don't want to have a good time. We can have a good time as friends if you don't want that. But when we're pursuing relationship, like, we'll have a good time, but we'll also like learn about each other on a deeper level. So, that's it. I like that. That's it. What does it look like for you, Daisy?
That's nice, because
this is ideal.
Dating for me sucks.
Tell us more. Give me more.
Tell us more, darling. Yeah, it sucks. 2022 and dating for Daisy Dash is complicated this year. I've never been a person that's like, oh, I want a relationship. I always ended up in one. And they trapped me.
They trapped you.
They trapped me. I've only been in long relationships, so it's really new that I'm single, and I'm really single, y'all. I'm really single out here. So dating for me, because now I don't really know what I want. I know I'm not dating just to casually date anymore. I want to be able to see long term with the person that I'm dating. And you have to go through the vetting list before I even say we're dating. But I'm always a little hesitant to be like, oh, I want to be friends first, just because I have a lot of male friends and I have more male friends than female friends. So once I look at you like a friend, it's hard for me to take that lens off because I've made it my business to make sure that once I label a guy as a friend, I keep that boundary. And if you cross that line with me, I literally get turned off by you, not even as a friend, but as a human being, because I'm more vulnerable to my friendships. I'm more patient. I'm more kind and tender and all that other stuff and supportive as a friend. So that's why I'm a little hesitant on labeling you as a friend. I want us to have a friendship within our relationship, yes, because we got to have a great time. We got to be cool and chill and not do all that extra stuff all the time. So dating for me in 2022, what does that look like? I'm not on any dating apps. I've never been on any dating apps. I will never be on a dating app because I feel like none of the dating apps are being utilized as the intended. No one's on there to find love. If you get off.
Some people
get
are.
off. Because no one else is on there looking for love.
Yeah.
They're looking to scoop, boom, 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 and move around.
These sound effects. I will say I know some people who found relationship on dating apps.
Really?
So like, yeah, it's the rare case, but there are people out there. So for those who are going that route, there's hope out there. Okay, it's just not
use
for me,
the right apps.
It's not for me or Daisy.
It's not for me either. It's not for me. But ladies, if you are out there and you found love, let us know. Maybe I might need to. I'm not going to make a profile. I'm lying. I was about to say I'm not going to make a profile, but you can slide in my DMs. A lot of my relationships started from the DMs. If you slide in my DM and I'm bored, I'll talk to you. You know. So, but no, so dating in 2020, what does that look? Because I keep going in circles with this because I clearly don't know what it looks like.
And that's okay.
I'm holding people accountable in 2022 earlier than I used to. Because like I said, when I first started dating, I love the whole honeymoon stage and the love sickness. I love all of that. And I still give you everything, but I'm not allowing you 6 months to be unsure. And when I say unsure, not unsure about me, because from the beginning, you gotta be chasing me down the block, baby, before I even give you the time of day. But you gotta be sure of when you want to be married. This is their timeline. This is how I want to incorporate you in my life. No hesitance on when you want me to be in your life. Yeah, I'm your girlfriend, or yeah, we're dating, but I haven't been incorporated just yet. Because a lot of people like to, this is my relationship on the side, this is my life, and I'm moving around. And then that becomes a conflict because we're not intertwined like we're supposed to be. And that was an issue in my last situation where everything was separate. And I allowed this person to leave everything up in the air because I'm still trying to figure my stuff out as well. But don't love me when it's okay on your time. Love me all the time. I want to be loved all the time. I know I'm such a busy person. I've been super busy, so I really didn't have the time to be like, okay, you're inconsistent here, you're inconsistent there. So now I still don't have enough time, but I'm making it and making sure that I'm holding you accountable to being consistent with me and integrating me into your life quicker. Stop being hesitant, because ladies, he know what he want when he want it.
Exactly.
Don't feed me the BS to, oh, I'm still growing. I really don't know how to be romantic.
You'll figure it out for the person you want.
You want to be with. Yeah. So that's what 2022 in dating looks like for me. Just stop with no longer wasting time. That's it. That's all. No longer wasting time on being ready. Either be ready. I ain't waiting. Don't get ready with me. Be ready.
Be ready.
Yeah, be ready
for me. Yeah. Oh, intention. I love that.
Attention.
Yeah.
Oh, see this post. See this post where they said it's the difference between commitment and interest. We'll put this list at the end for you ladies to see it. It'll be on our Instagram. But they're separate. Completely two different things. And you can use this methodology in not only dating, but in your track of your career, your friendships. You have to be committed. You can't just be interested anymore. And that's where a lot of people drop the ball. I know I drop the ball a lot because I have an interest in a lot of things, and I have the brain of a 3-year-old. It goes a mile a minute and everything looks fancy to me and sparkly. So, but with dating, I need someone to be committed straight off the bat. I know that we're dating in 2022 and everyone has something to hide and no one wants to be vulnerable and everyone's scared that they're being lied to, played with. Social media is the devil. We get it. Over it. Be committed to me.
Yeah.
That's it. Straight off the bat. When you first email me, not email me, when you send me that email, young fella, make sure you're committed from that initial handout. Reach out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the core of it really is fear. You know, fear of letting you see the real parts of me and you possibly rejecting me. Because that's really what it comes down to. It's like,
ooh.
At least I can speak for myself. Let me be transparent here. The reason why I didn't go all in some courting relationships in the past, number one, because intentions weren't clear. So I was stuck in a gray area. So I'm like, okay, is this a friendship? Is this someone who's interested? Or for the people who were interested that I maybe did like, I was fearful of rejection, even though I knew that they already had some interest. And I don't know, it's just the little voice in your head of it saying like, they won't really accept all of you because you remember that time in the past when like that friend never accepted you, or that person you were trying to, you know, you like didn't accept you, like all the past, you know, voices start to talk, which is why I'm talking about like making sure you're whole and making sure you understand. So when those voices come in your head, when the right person comes, you know exactly how to like counteract that of like, no, but this person actually loves me, is interested in me. Their actions match their words. That's how you trust. That's how you build trust. So it's like, I think when that right person comes, the fear kind of disintegrates a little bit. It's like, oh, your actions are matching your words. Wow. I can see the pursuit. You're not just saying you'll call me and never call me.
Actions. Come on. Actions speak louder than words.
Always. So yeah, that's it for me. And I think the theme right now is that everyone is so interested in the physical or what somebody can do for them that nobody wants to be seen entirely. So that's why nobody wants to commit. It's like, oh, you don't want quality relationships. You want to be isolated so nobody can see the broken parts.
It's a transaction.
That's it. And it's like, oh, what kind of life you living though? Like, is it satisfactory for you? And it's
for now,
you know, sometimes it's a good time. I'm not gonna lie. For some people, for me, handling multiple people sounds stressful. My gosh. I gotta keep track of your story and your backstory. No, just
you gotta use your notes.
Now you giving pointers. That's smart.
Listen,
though.
ladies.
But I'm
create
like,
a note for every guy you're entertaining. Write their favorite colors, their hobbies. Keep it
in rotation. And to each their own. It's just it just won't work for me. I will slip up. I will slip up. But yeah.
So has there been any standard changes since you've entered 2022 while dating?
Ooh, since 2022. Oh, I forgot to say travel too. That's been added to the list. So that's a standard for me. Because I do want to travel, and I will be traveling. I'm planning on going to Turkey real soon to see my friend. Yeah, we're going. That's a gift to myself for getting this job. But yeah, I want you to realize that America is not all there is, and I can't have you being afraid.
And America sucks. Why do you still want to stay here all day? Like,
come on,
our food is disgusting. Like, compared to a Jamaica recipes that has been passed down for centuries, ages, decades, that have been marinating in that cast iron pan for over a decade. All the juices. America's disgusting. Like, why wouldn't you want to travel? Come on now. Yeah. Negative.
So that's definitely changed. And actually, before, I used to say, so it's not just a 2022 thing. I think this changed in like 2020 when I started building my relationship with God. But I used to say I could deal with someone who doesn't necessarily believe in Jesus and God, Christian, both those things. But now realizing that I want to bring my children up in that particular religion, and the values for me guide my life. So, and I want to have discussions with you about, what I'm reading that week in my devotion time and my prayer time. And I don't want to have to fight with you to have the faith about certain things. Like, I understand sometimes you have a vision and I have a vision, but like understanding like who we serve and who we're ultimately committed to, it's gonna make it a little bit easier. Life is already gonna throw us so many different things. I just need that to be stable. So those two things shaped.
See, for me, it's always been you had to be a Christian for me. Because I feel like it makes the relationship a little easier. If you talk to God about me, you're gonna surpass my physical being.
That's good. That's a good way of phrasing it.
You're gonna tap into something more spiritually with me. We're gonna have a bond that's more soulfully connected. Relationship, marriage or not, when God is in the room with you all, it's no more physical. The vibrations are at a whole different level. So for me, it's always been my religion first, because I'm so like, I love my religion and I love my relationship with God. So that has never been a compromise for me. I have friends that are Muslim, I have friends that are Buddhist, I have friends from different religions. But my forever partner has to be in the same accord. I know relationships that have different religions and they tend to work, but just me, I need a prayer partner. I need someone to pray for me when I'm asleep. I need someone to pray for me when I can't pray for myself. Because that's when it starts to get heavy, because everyone knows whatever relationship you have with your religion, when things start to get rocky, you're supposed to pray more. I tend to try to pray more, but I know I could get in my head and I'm trying to take everything on by myself, knowing that I'm not by myself, and my prayers get skipped. So I need someone to be like, God, I see my woman out there striving. I see her taking on this. I need her taking. I need you to step in for her. I know she has you in the back of her head and you with her, but I need my grandmama pray for me every day.
Ooh.
I know it. I couldn't conquer half the things that I've conquered in my life without my grandmother's prayers. So when my lovely lady shifts, I need to know that I have someone there with me in this fight, in this journey. So
yeah,
I completely, that's about to be a whole different conversation.
Yeah, I was like, we could go so far with that because because I do believe this is in my belief system that marriages are particularly attacked differently. So even practically, it is known that men with wedding bands on their finger do get approached by more women. Come on.
Why is a wedding ring more attractive?
Come on. So practically speaking, I need a different type. I want to cover you differently because I can't go where you can go. So why not talk to the God that's everywhere? So that's just I could go.
I got you.
But so like prayer in all regards, it's like for me, but for us too, and for our unity and for our children. Yeah, so important. So I love that. Yeah. Oof, okay. What about you? What are some standards that have changed for you?
Ooh. I don't think that many standards have changed. I think many preferences have been lessened, if that makes sense.
What came off the list?
At first, I'm a person because I'm a sneakerhead. I love sneakers. I love shoes.
Oh, that makes sense.
And I used to think my person had to be like, you have to know what each Jordan looks like. Like you have to know what the Nikes, the original Nikes look like. Like we gotta have those type of conversations. You gotta have it was like you gotta have a sneaker app in your phone. You gotta do this, do that. So that's no longer. Yeah, you gotta know when the releases are. Come on now. You gotta text me and be like, babe, you see these shoes about to be released? That used to be a thing. I still prefer it, but it's no longer a standard.
Yeah.
What standard has changed?
You said handy was always on there.
Yeah.
It's okay if nothing's changed. That means your standards have been solid, or your preferences.
I think because I'm more relaxed in dating. There's a specific type of men that I attract. Not saying that's my standard or preference. That's just what I attract. Oh no, I do have a standard that changed. I always used to say that I wanted to marry a Black man. I wanted to marry someone of the same ethnicity. That's no longer a standard. So if there's any white men or Hispanic men out there,
now you doing a casting call. Hey, if there's any white men 6 feet or higher,
6 feet that loves them and not trying to appropriate Black culture, call me.
That part, because we don't need no culture vultures with us. Thank you very much.
No, thank you. So I think that's the only standard that has changed for me, is you don't have to be of the same race anymore for me.
Why do you think it's changed? Black man.
I'm tired of them.
The realest answer of the night.
I'm gonna be sure. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm not. I'm tired.
This opinion reflects the views of Daisy Dash at this point in time. It is subject to change with any movement in life.
Subject to change, right? You never know. But no, it changed. One, because I'm tired. I'm tired of them. But I've just been seeing a trend in Black men hating Black women. it's like they don't like us, as if their mother isn't Black.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
So
I get it.
Yeah.
I think that's been the mainstream narrative right now. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's our biggest haters right now, in my opinion, are Black men. And a lot of people outside of my race have found me attractive. So I'm now going to start pursuing those relationships when they enter the chat. But that's my only one that has changed for 2022. You don't gotta be down with the cause. Well, you gotta be down with the cause.
Oh, you gotta be down. Yeah. Oh, that makes sense.
So
yeah, because our standards don't have colors, skin colors.
Yeah.
But we would prefer for you to be down. Let's emphasize this: be down.
Yeah.
Be willing to learn.
You gotta be able to season your food.
Oh,
that's be able to eat.
That's stretching it. Okay, you might need to work with them. Oh God,
I can teach you how to cook.
Yeah. I'm like, that's something. Okay,
so that's my only standard. That may change.
Yeah,
but for right now, I'm open to everybody.
Yeah, just come correct or don't come at all.
Come correct. Don't touch my hair. Don't be weird.
Okay, let's have this conversation because how do you think a male who's in pursuit of you should approach you? What's the best way you think? The long pause, because what we spoke about earlier, weird kind of conversations are not weird if you're attracted to the person sometimes.
Right.
So it's like, okay, if I'm attracted to you, I can let you get away with some things.
See, that's the thing. I like weird. I said don't be weird, but I like weird.
Define weird.
Don't be
the weird for you.
Like being corny. If you slide in my DMs being corny, you probably get more engagement than someone who's trying to be overly cool. That's like, hey, little mama, let me whisper in your ear. Like, that ain't it. But if you say something funny, like, oh, you're the prettiest daisy I've ever seen in the garden.
Oh gosh, I just threw up a little bit in my mouth. Oh my gosh.
You'll get my attention a little bit more.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean by weird. Like being corny, I'm cool. If you're attractive. Now if you're not attractive and you're corny,
see? That's how it changes.
Then you're being a creep.
Why is it like this? It always changes.
Attraction definitely matters.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I wonder what would
what
be
about
for
you?
Me. I think coming genuinely. So like, hey, like I've seen you around and I really appreciate like something about me that's not just like my looks or anything like that. Like you picked up on something that is past my physical. I'll engage in conversation that way.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, okay, you're here with intention. Let's see. Let's have a conversation. Let's see if this is really true or if that's just a line you use. But yeah, something like that. And sense of humor. I don't mind a pun. I'm just, I just lean more to the genuine because corny turn me off real quick. It's
so
like,
if he tell you like heaven's missing an angel,
no. How like even in the sitcoms, what is it? You fell out of heaven. Did it hurt when you fell out of heaven?
Did it hurt? What hurt when you fell out of heaven?
I'll probably laugh and smile and blush a little bit, but I'll be like, okay, past that, what are you saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, it could be a cute little opener.
Get the conversation rolling. Yeah. See, I feel like I'm gonna meet my husband at Starbucks.
You really think so? Like the barista, or like y'all both getting your costume?
He's not gonna look. I mean, if you're a barista and you have ambition, no. No. We're gonna be like, see, this is if y'all, as y'all probably are starting to get, I'm super such a lover or whatever. I'm like fairy tale all over. But no, I'm gonna walk in Starbucks to get my coffee. He's gonna be in there get his coffee. His name gonna start with a D, and they're gonna call my name out like Daisy, because that's what I put on everything, or Dash. And we're gonna reach for the coffee at the same time, and our hands are gonna touch, and I'm gonna be like, and he's gonna be like,
a movie rom-com kind of foolishness you trying to happen here? That will not. I don't want to bust you. It's a small chance. It may happen. Listen, but like more than likely you'll be a part of some sculpting class and there. That would be also cool.
Right. That'll be also cool. Like, if I meet you at a sculpting class. Listen, I'm going trap and painting on Sunday.
Ooh.
Like this. So this is gonna air after I already trapped and paint, so I don't have to have any weirdos there. But yeah, I'm going trap and paint. So I may be my future husband at trap and painting. You never know. Yeah. I like that. But yeah, we're gonna reach for the same paint. And I'm like, what's your favorite color? And he's gonna be like black, and I'm like,
what if he's like red? And he's like, oh, misconnection. You're not the one.
Yeah, misconnection. Sorry.
Oh man.
Yeah. So you have to be romantical for me. I'm sorry. Like so that's what dating in 2022. Yeah, looks like for me. A little
bit of romance, a lot of bit of intention. Sounds like a good combination.
Intention. Yes, with some good commitment. So ladies, tell us what's on your list for 2022 when you're out here on the prowl. I know a lot of you are still in Miami, living your best life. I wish I was with you. Spring break looks lit.
Yeah, for the college students, have a good time.
Stay safe. I'm a little too old for that now.
Now, I really don't like you using old to describe us, because we are not.
We're too old for spring break.
I mean, yes, but like our spring break is now just us traveling. It's called vacation for us. Like, come on.
Is that not old? Like, we're vacationing.
We do solo travel or girls trip. That's a little more young.
That's old. Girls trip. It's literally an old people movie about them going to New Orleans.
Don't do Regina Hall like that. Don't do Jada like that.
Sis is fine like wine, okay? But
that's it. But they are older.
Yeah.
Oh, I love black women.
I get it. We're not old. We're still young, but yeah.
Yeah, we just don't do the same things we used to do.
We can't do no more. But no, ladies, tell us more about what does 2020 dating in 2022 look like for you. Reach out, let us know. Maybe we're doing it wrong. Maybe you need to tell me how to find my new bae. Okay. Show me the way. Show Miss Annelytics the way. Okay.
Show us the way. I'm not really
let us know
pressed about it, but you can tell me. We'll have that.
Yeah, you can tell me.
You can tell me. Yeah.
If he's open to waiting another year before I'm ready for a relationship,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Next conversation, because we didn't even talk about some of the other things. We could go so into it. We'll talk about relationships a little bit later in our podcast to go a little deeper. But yeah, this is a good episode. I like
great episode. Yeah. Oh, before we wrap up, this is our last episode in Women's Month. So shout out to all the women around the world as we wrap up today's episode.
You strong.
Keep
women.
striving.
Yeah. Keep moving towards purpose and future and empowerment, and like y'all are great. It's great to be a woman. Sometimes you just gotta sit and accept we are women and we love it. It's
And
like
we're
it's
better.
a great thing. Oh, here we go. All right, that's
We're
where it ends.
We're gonna end right here. We're women and we're better, and you bitch suck. Period. No. Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Episode
you.
3, and we're out.
We're out. See you on the next episode. Bye.
Anybody hurt my baby, I'm hurling.